Hallo, ik ben Anouk en ik droom al heel lang van een ander kapsel. Ik heb dit al bijna 20 jaar zo, met een keer onderbreken van iets korter. Dus ik laat me graag verrassen en ik wil graag kort.
Yeah. Anouk wants short hair, but she has this already for 20 years. So we can work her hair in steps, so you see different lengths and different styles, so that you can see of course in the photos, we make photos of all, but we end up with a short hairstyle. Wil je een rondje draaien? She turns around to show you her current hair. And she wants it.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm scared also.
Yeah, but that's nice about doing things like this. Let's start on you. Hello friends on YouTube, cut myself on Anouk, and Anouk has long hair. But what I told you, we're going for a shorter hairstyle. But I think, especially for her, because she never had it, I make few steps in between. So you can see how I do this, and the last hairstyle will be short. But I also promised her, when she goes back to the longer style she likes, I will support that. So maybe she is modeling that, but if not, she will be always guided back to a normal, short or long or whatever she wants hairstyle. Like I always do, I start with protection. I think the first line we're going to create is a bob. Take out the pin. Part has on the skull bone, so I can get to the underlines. And of course there are people that say you can donate this hair. In the Netherlands you cannot donate this hair because they're already grazing.
Yep. Yeah, I searched.
For young people you cannot donate it.
Nee, dat heb ik opgezocht. Anders had ik dat inderdaad willen doen.
Of course, then we would do this because when it's possible to donate, we donate. We are in the Dutch art that way. Start by wetting the hair. And the first line I'm going to create is a medium long bob. So then already about the feet is going up. So let's start on that. I'll wet the hair a bit. Watch at the natural lines like I always do. Also, I know this is not the hairstyle she's going to get, but I want to show you the steps. So that's what you're going to see. Turn it so you can watch with me. Now when I would look the natural way to give her a shoulder length bob, you can always see the shapes of her natural shaping and the structures of the skull. So the best cut is around here. So this is where the hair would be. When I would create a longer hairstyle, I would cut it like this. So I work this out all in this bob. Een kapper gemaakt, zeg ik altijd.
Ja.
Pin there, so both sides. I take about 2 centimeters more. Now I can watch through the hairs, see the line laying, but also the second line is also in the same line. So when I go in on the same line, I'm always certain that I have the best line to work on. So now I'm going to correct the line a bit, not too much, because we only need it as example for the medium long bob. It doesn't have to be perfect. We want photos of it, so as you can see it back. Like you always do with a bob, you take the left side and the right side and then bring them to the center line to watch if both lengths are the same length. So when I take behind the ear, both sides, watch in the center line and they are the same length. So I'm certain that it's okay. Take 2 centimeters more, coming on the fall of the skull on the back. And again do this on both sides. wetting the hairs a bit. Maar dan zie je wel voelen denk ik, dit stuk eraf en er gaat wel best weer veel af.
Ja, het voelt veel lichter.
Ja. In the meantime we talk Dutch to each other. For those who think which language do they use, but we are in the Netherlands, so that's why. Again, watching through the hairs, and because she has wavy hairs, this is the best way to do the cut. Because when you take it up with your fingers, it will never be a straight line because it's wavy hair. And when you take the natural lines, it will be, of course, the best line because every wave is special. One is a bit more, the other is a bit less. But when you do it in that freehand style, you always have a good cut. So also for people who do this at home, it's the best way. The only problem is when you do it at home, you don't have the scissors, of course, to do a perfect cut with. And a good barber scissor costs around €100 till and more. And are made from special steel. And we have to live from something, as doing hair. In the meantime, I took a new line on it, lay it again on the line of cutting, and I go in again. Nou, het is wel gaaf dat je dadelijk al die kapsels op foto hebt.
Heel leuk.
Ja, dat is echt super leuk. Now I only have the sides. I can see that when you watch it, or it's normal with people, one side is always more than the other. So I have both sides the same, but you see the difference in volume and in how many hair it is. So in her case, this side is more heavy and has more hair than the other one. So when you comb through the hairs, watch at the fall of the hairs, go in from the side and continue on the line of cutting. You see I pinned my cape away. This is to prevent cutting into the cape. So I have a nice straight line on the back where I can work on. Then I turn the other way around. Comb the hairs on the line of cutting, lay them back, follow the wavy lines they're in, and create the line like I think it should be. For so far it's already a perfect cut. Now the only thing you can do on the front is take a little bit with it. So I soften the line to the front a little bit. Turn it, you can see the difference already in length.
Dat is wel een groot verschil.
Ja, veel hè?
Ja. De helft misschien nog?
Ja,
Misschien meer?
30 centimeter.
Ja, jeetje.
Stay working in the line of the natural lines. And connect it to the back. It is of course on both sides. Take the hairs to the front. Go to the deepest level where you can see the line of cutting. Give it a slight run. Mooi natuurlijk kapsel. The beautiful thing of this hairstyle is that when she would wear it like she did, she can still tail all the hairs. So that's about this length, the wonderful thing.
Misschien toch maar zo houden dan.
Nee. Ja, misschien als je dat wil.
Nee.
Nou, het is leuk is dat de laatste tijd heel veel vrouwen dit gaan doen.
Ja?
Ja. Now, this I'm gonna style a bit, not too much. I don't use product in it, but then I make photos of this style, and then we go a step forward. De iPad. Fuck, ik heb niet bij Nederlanders. Sofa blow drying. Now I don't put any products in her hair because we go for some more steps. Take out the protection and make photos of this line first. She will turn around to show you how it looks now. Het is al een heel verschil, hè? Mooi hoor. Echt wel gaaf. Made photos of this hairstyle. Pin the hairs away. Start the course again with putting on protection. Going for a shorter bob. So I can show you all the lines you take when somebody has natural shapes in the hairs. It's of course when you have straight hair is totally different. Then you have to watch at the lines of the skull. They are the most important. But when you go for lines like short bob bob, you go by watching, feeling, trust your feelings and go in. Again, start by pinning up the hairs on the skull bone. Where the natural shapes are. Turn it so you can watch with me into their shapes. Now watch at the natural wavings. She has a straight line. This is not like A bob or V bob. So I go in the straight line. Go again into the waves. Creating the short bob. What comes up is about 2 inches, about 5 centimeters. And then knowing that she has 20 years, the same length. Almost the same length. It's the first time you come to the neck hairs, the baseline of the cut. Take a new line on it. It's a bit the same way as I did the longer version, but of course the length is a lot less. Wetting in between, watch through the hairs, and now I'll show you with the camera what I see. What I see is, I see the waving, go in on the waving, watch through the hairs, and lay all the hairs on the same line. It's a bit hard for me this way because I cannot see around the corner, but I know where to go. So this is the line, next line on this line. What you will see afterwards is that it jumps up. So it gives a lot of volume to her lines, but also the lines of the neckline make her look stronger. And that's what you're going to see also. Take a new line on it. Pin the upper hair aside. And this is also a reason why I don't like to wash hair in front of cutting. When you wash the hairs, you cannot see the lines anymore. They are not there anymore. So now I'm certain that I can see all her natural lines. I only need a little bit moist. Go in again. Go stand aside. Knowing that there will be a next hairstyle after this. So now I have the second line on it, a next layer on it. This is still a perfect hairstyle when you want to pin the hairs up, because you still can put the sides on a clip. So that's why still, when you want to stick the hairs to the side or to the back, wonderful line to work with. and you want medium to short, medium long hair. To the last line. First take the center line, follow the natural shape, coming in from the side,
dit ziet er weer heel anders uit zo.
heel anders hè?
Ja.
She tells me it looks totally different than what she had in front of this. But also the weight lost is a lot because you can feel this, because it's a lot less than she started with. So I'm gonna try this and make photos of this. En hoeveel tijd dit speelt?
Ja, en ik denk dat mijn familie ook best wel schrikt. Ik heb het aan bijna niemand verteld.
Nee, leuk. Maar dat vind ik altijd leuk.
Ja.
Want als je dan dadelijk die foto's stuurt van al dat haar wat er ligt,
Ja.
nou die worden helemaal gek.
En dat is nog niet eens alles. Dat was alleen maar het eerste kapsel, ja.
Ja, maar het ligt daar nog. Het is niet weggehaald nog.
Oh, ja.
Die kunnen we erbij gooien.
Ja.
Take off the protection. Make sure all the small hairs are off the neckline. Once again, I don't use styling products on this because we're still going short. Make photos of this line. Take off the cape. Die mooie hals van je zien.
Ja, ik heb een hals.
Ja, mooi man. Echt mooi. Je hebt een hele mooie hals. Take this off. She will show you this hairstyle. And then we go make photos and go to the next step. Nog een rondje rijden. Anders hier hè?
Heel anders, ja.
Lekker hè?
Ja. Echt kort.
Ja. Make photos of this hairstyle. Put on the protection again. And now coming to the scary part, because now we go into the shorter hairstyles. First step I'm going to make is asymmetrical bob. Notice she throws her hair every time to this side, and I know that we're going for a short hairstyle, so I'm going to make the asymmetrical line from this side, so she can have her natural feeling in this line. Because when I would throw it to the other side because I think the natural laying is better, but I have also to take care of her, and then I take this decision. Watch at the natural lines again. Watch at the curly effect. Set the hairs aside. Work my way till just above the skull bone. And make sure I can still see a part of the line on the side. Now when I watch at the natural shapings, I can see a curly effect here and the line above here. So I know when I go in for an asymmetrical bob, I have to go to this side first, connect it on the bob, go into the flow, keep the line where I'm certain that I can control it in a freehand style. Then watch at the line, take it up at the ears, and go out on that line. So this is my asymmetrical line. Take it up, work scissor over comb, and now we can see the beautiful lines of her face. Lay the hairs down. Go in, create a soft sideburn. See how beautiful her ears are. Now I have really an ear fetish because I really like ears. And they are also always personal because nobody has your ears. Pull the ear down. Go in from behind. Soften the line. Continue on the line of cutting. Get rid of the hairs in the neckline. And work till I get on a line on the back, of course.
Ja, dat klopt.
Ja, dat klopt. Dit is ook spannend. Het lijkt ook een hele andere lijn.
Ja.
Het is ook echt met kort. Als je nu...
Ja.
Voel je?
Ja, dat is wel, ja, het is eraf, hè?
Spannend, hè?
Ja.
Maar dat is wel lekker.
Het is er echt af.
Yeah. And let her feel the hairs, because it's, of course the first time she feels this short hair on herself. Take a new line on it. Hold it in the asymmetrical line again. Go in on the line of cutting. Catch the hairs with my comb. Still watch into the natural lines, dus still watch at the waving of the hairs. And go out in the up line, on the line I just cut. This by pulling the hairs a bit to the front, so I get a slight graduation and a better fall to the back. With this hairstyle you also can see how beautiful the structures of the skull are, because they get more beautiful. Pin this away, knowing that she likes to throw the hairs to that side and take the natural parting in this hairstyle. And then leave it that way, so don't make connection. Go in the line of cutting. First take off roughly some hair, so you can see the line again. Then cut it into the movement and into the roundings and follow the natural shapes. When somebody has wavy hair, you always have to follow that waves. Lay the hairs on it again, leave the natural parting, and I can go in the same line, going to the back, then lift it up with my comb, and now I have to work with my fingers, so I cannot do all the things on the comb because I need to shape the hairs into the line I like them to lay. So I turn them to the front, give them a slight graduation, go in and hold my fingers in the line of a beautiful skull.
Ja.
Leuk is dat, hè? Watch it the natural fall. give it a slight coloration in the freehand style. So force the hairs into the curve to the other side. Take the hairs up into the fold, hold my fingers on the line of the fold and give it a slight graduation upwards. So I give it the force to work in my way. So this gives it the flow like I want it to have.
Ook.
Ja.
En dan hadden we het over kapper en ik zei, wordt mijn haar misschien nog net zo kort als dat van Francine.
Ja.
En word je dan ook Francine mama?
Ja, zeker.
Nee, nog steeds. Oh, mama, dat hoor je ook aan de stem. En nou ja, dus nu hebben ze dat weer aan te halen.
Ja, leuk is dat, hè? Lay all the hairs to the back. Also the natural parting that I created on the front. Take off only the hairs that stick out. So I have always a good fall. I make every hairstyle the way I would do it, that she can wear it. Because that's the most wonderful thing. And she's also have all the photos, so she can always grow back to the hairstyles I just created. Other side, take the hairs to the back, take off only that I have around. Throw them free, freehand style, just give it a slight correction. Clean the contour line, dry it and show you that. Keep the softness into the contour line. In zo'n haar die aan je oor zal blijven hangen. Ik denk, ik ga er nog niet af. Nu nog niet, dan nog niet. Nooit niet. Ja, het is wel morgen vroeg als je opstaat, denk ik wel even anders dan dat je normaal doet.
Even wennen.
Ja, even wennen. Maar wel heel leuk. En snel.
Ja.
Dat is gewoon weg. Niet eens een elastiekje te zitten.
Nee. En heel snel droog, denk ik, na het douchen.
Ja, dit is echt, je hebt heel weinig shampoo nodig.
Dat scheelt ook.
Ja. Nou, kan het dry. Maar het wordt steeds je mantel, je kijkhaar.
Ja, het is minder...
Kijk hoe mooi het staat.
Het is ook wel grijzer dan ik dacht. Het zit wel overal heel erg doorheen, grijs al.
Ja, maar het is niet, het misstaat niet.
Nee.
Het staat echt mooi. Sofa blow drying.
Het is echt anders.
Ja, zeker. Het is heel anders. Now, this is her asymmetrical line. So, she turns around and we are going to make photos of it. Maar wat je daar liefje? Stuur hè?
Ja. Ja.
Make photos of this. I'm gonna wet the hair, I'm gonna make a disconnect line. So take the upper hair aside. I'm gonna create both lines in a short line to the side, making the natural lines visible, but also have some hair to play with on top. Going for the disconnect line. Like I did on the other side, watch at the folds of the hairs, parting that line. And now I work this line till I get just above the skull bone. So I can see all the lines that lay beneath it. Show you the line very fast. This line, go till I work till there. So, go in the line of our natural folds. Get rid of the little whale on front because that I don't need. It's a bit in the way. The nice thing of the disconnect is, of course, you can hide a little bit. But it is less weight and it's much easier to hold. And when you want to go short, you can wear it real short. So connect both lines to each other. Get rid of the playful effect in the center line. Fine tune the underlines. You can see I've in the neckline also a bit disconnect line, also a bit asymmetrical. But that was in opposite lines. I really like to work in opposite lines also. So you give a slight balance back to the hairs. Lift them up, catch them with my comb. And the nice thing is, when you do it on this side, this is the less weight she has, the other side is much thicker. So when you make a disconnect and a hiding, it's much easier to do it on this side because there's less weight hanging down on this side of the head.
Nooit geweten.
Ja, hetzelfde als dat je een boblijn knipt. Dan zeggen mensen wel eens, ja, de ene kant is langer dan de andere kant. Maar dat is logisch. Want de implant zit aan de ene kant gewoon verder naar voren dan aan de andere kant. Dus als je hem perfect knipt, zal die altijd aan de ene kant langer lijken.
Ja.
En dat is niet veel, dat is 1,5 centimeter, maar voor de mensen is hij dan niet goed. Maar de kapper heeft hem dan wel echt perfect geknipt.
Ja, oh ja.
Ja, dat was echt zo'n examendiscussie. Als ik examens afnam, dan hadden we dit soort discussies wel eens.
Oh ja.
Want dan gaf ik een 10, want iemand heeft dan precies de lengte is goed.
Ja.
En de rest zei, ja, maar het klopt niet. Ja,
het
hoezo?
klopte wel,
Het klopte
ja.
precies. Get to my small clipper again. Maar je hebt dadelijk het gevoel dat je buiten, als je buiten komt, ik ken dat gevoel namelijk ook, ik heb ook lang krullend haar gehad.
Ja.
En toen kwam ik buiten, toen dacht ik, ga ik alles af laten knippen, ik had echt een kort koppie. En ik dacht, ik hoef niet meer te ademen.
Oh ja.
Ik kan gewoon ademen door de huid die op mijn hoofd zit.
Zo licht.
Ja, zo licht voelde dat. En ik was stukje naar mij, anders kan ik hem net niet zien in dit bakkenbaantje. Pull the ear down, create a nice soft sideburn again. And see how wonderful her ears are. Really lovely small ears. And that's the beautiful thing about short hair. You can see how beautiful the ears are. Hun oren heel erg inspiratiebron voor mij als kapper.
Oh ja.
Ik vind het altijd leuk. En de binnenvorm was jij toen je 2,5 maand oud was. Free the upper hair. Not totally. Take about 2 centimeters on it. Wet it. Now I'm gonna watch which line I'm going to take. Watch the lines, how the fall is of the hairs. And I want this in a straight line. So I go in the lines where nobody goes. But it's the line between the eyebrow line, the eyebrow bone, and the chin line. So that's the line between both lines. And hold it on the ears. Take it up with a fine part of my comb. Again, give it a slight graduation to the back. So take it up, turn it in. Ja, dit is al echt een heel leuk kort kapsel hoor. Het is al stoer, want je hebt echt heel kort haar dan.
Ja.
Maar wel met een kleine twist.
Ik ben erg benieuwd. Ik kan niet wachten om te kijken.
Ja, leuk hè? See how beautiful this line lays. Connect it to the back. Take a second line on it. pull the hair into the fold, go in, and gently cut it. Maar dit is toch heerlijk als je dit zo met je haar kunt doen.
Ja.
Dit zou toch geweldig zijn als je naar de kapper gaat en dit zou gewoon kunnen. Dat je gewoon zegt van ja, ik wil nog wel een stukje korter, nog wel een stukje korter.
Ja, of knip er maar een stukje bij.
Ja. Dan krijg je een pruikje.
Ja.
Ik heb er wel een pruik op liggen.
Oh, ja.
Then take the fine part of my comb, pull the hairs on the line of cutting, hold my fingers in the same line, go in, pull it down again. Maar het fijne van deze kant is ook dat je doordat die onderlijn dus los ligt nu, als disconnect, voelt hij ook al veel lichter aan.
Ja.
Fine tune falling. So now I have a disconnect. Underlines nice and sharp. The beautiful thing of this is that you can play with the hair a lot. But now I have to do something on top also. But then I come to the center line. And I told you I parted it in the natural lines, but now I have to correct that because it is not the same line anymore. So I turn them. Then I go to the front. Watch where the line is of the asymmetrical line. Go stand beside. Go in. And connect it on the line of the side. Pull the hair over, lay it again in the rounding. And connect the line in the opposite line. So whatever she does with the hair, it's always a perfect line. Then I go to the top, to the side, take it up, and in the center line I just take a little bit off, just to give it a rounding, but to be sure I did all the hairs. Dit is dan echt een stoer kort kopje.
Dat is echt goed, ja.
Hier kun je echt mee spelen als een dolle. Ik denk dat dit een heel interessante kapsel is waar we vanavond ongeveer op blijven zitten. Want dit is wel een heel mooi kapsel. Take my thinning scissor, travel over the baseline, I just cut. Just to keep the weight on both sides the same. But this short side where I started on is a lot thicker than the other side. And the less hair you have between it, the more you can play with the hairs. Watch how beautiful it is. When she takes a wet gel, she can look like an Italian girl. Very strong hairstyle. Laying to the back. Put some glasses on, red lipstick, and don't bother about the boys. Klinkt goed, hè? The beautiful thing about this thinning scissor is that you don't see lines of thinning. This is because the teeth are beautiful and sharp and like a shark made. So they give a rounding while they cut. Nou, dit is toch een hele andere vrouw, is ook meer incontinent.
Zo. Of bijvoorbeeld als je het zo naar de achterkant nog wel een beetje zoals het was.
Ja, dat klopt. Maar dat is het mooie ervan.
Ja.
I'm gonna make also wet look photos of her. So this is our style, just straight to the back. So she has all the photos she likes. And I don't know if she likes it to have a color. Because the grays are now really beautiful and not of the way. But if she likes it's her hair, I can do this.
Ja, het lijkt me wel leuk.
Yeah?
Ja.
Okay, we're going for it. First make photos of this wet look. And then I dry it, make photos of the asymmetrical look. But that I can do also after coloring, so because then we'll see the disconnect lines for hairstyle. Coloring, made a vegan color of Kin. Put a photo of the product into the video. Gonna make it a beautiful brownish color. Put it on 3%, that's 10 volume, so it doesn't damage the hairs or influences the skin. Certainly get rid of all the grayish hairs. And the sides I make a little bit darker, so I get a little bit more contrast to the sides. This by putting in a 3 cereal, and the color is on a 5 base. Top of her head. So now I take a 3 0 and make the base color a little bit darker. That I put just into the bowl. Show you how much I take into the bowl. This amount, so you see the yellow one, so that's the 3 0. Then I close this. We go for a coffee or tea and you just stay there because we're certainly back to show you the end styling of this beautiful makeover hairstyle. Don't go away. Okay, back from coloring. After 30 minutes we rinse it out. Put a nice conditioner over it. And now I'm going to style the hairs using a smooth. Massage it gently in the hairs. It smells really nice. Always does because it's Lanza. And I'm going to blow dry it with a medium large brush. Maar nou wel echt super gezond haar.
Fijn.
Echt wel fijn.
Ja, dus aan de onderkant was het dan al droog en dan werd het bovenaan wel weer vet en dan moest je toch haar wassen en dan werd het onderaan nog droger en ja. Dan was het van die spulletjes in de handen, maar het werd nooit echt aan de onderkant echt goed meer.
Nee, daar loop ik geen last van.
Nee.
For so far blow dry. What I need now is a little bit golden oil of Lanza because the smell is wonderful but also the product is wonderful. Use it a lot so you can see this on the bottle. Het is ook heel fijn om je handen mee te verzorgen.
Lekker.
Product between my fingers and gently go through the hairs. It's a nursing healing oil. So it always gives the best result to the hairs, and especially on brown colors I think they always need a little bit more, so it gives it more strongness, more happiness, but also that smell that softly hangs around your head. Hangs around your head. En op zijn Engels, hoe vind je dat? Nou, lekker, doe maar, hangs maar.
Oh, het zit.
Now, so far, her new haircut. Take off protection. She will turn around to show you the end result. And we see each other, of course, next video. Ik ga even spiegel pakken, laat ik het even zien.
Graag.
Echt wel leuk. Dankjewel.
Heel bedankt.
Graag gedaan.
Hallo, ik ben Anouk en ik droom al heel lang van een andere kapsel. Ik heb dit al bijna 20 jaar zo. Met een keer onderbreken van iets korter. Dus ik laat me graag verrassen. En ik wil graag kort.
Yeah. Anouk wants short hair, but she has this already for 20 years.